I am fucking furious. I am done. I am beyond fucking infuriated by the shit that's been going on regarding all this ICE shit. ICE was unleashed to brutalize and target Latino and immigrant communities, to raid homes, stalk communities, and terrorize families. But that wasn't enough. Now they have turned their violence on Native American communities. And they are doing so shamelessly, openly, and with full government backing. And let me just say this openly. They are detaining Native people in their own land. Members of the Oglala Sioux tribe, U.S. citizens, by the way, were recently detained by ICE in Minneapolis despite providing legal and valid tribal identification. Native people were detained and held in federal custody until tribal leaders intervened, being forced to prove that they belong in the place their ancestors came from. In Washington State, Elaine Miles was detained and arrested by ICE. And when she showed them her tribal ID, they said it looked fake. Fucking fake. As if indigenous identity were foreign. Indigenous identity was suspicious. And then recently there is Peter Yazzie, a Navajo man, whose case exposes the lies that this is about paperwork or documentation. Peter Yazzie told ICE agents exactly where they could find his certificate of Indian blood, his birth certificate, and other documentation proving that he's not only a tribal member, but a U.S. citizen. It didn't make an ounce of difference. Because on January 12th, they arrested his ass, aggressively forced him in the back of a vehicle, and drove the fuck away. Ignoring his rights, his tribal sovereignty, ignoring the overall truth of the situation. They don't give a fuck. They don't care. It was not about confusion or some type of weird process that they didn't fucking understand. It was all about fucking power. Across the Southwest, Navajo people are being stopped and detained and threatened despite having tribal ID, certificates of Indian blood, or state valid IDs, because ICE agents refuse to recognize tribal identification. Government issues ID by their fucking government. Now, tribal governments are warning their members and advising them how to move around safely. What documentation they carry just to survive an encounter with an ICE agent. A member of the Salt River Pima tribe was nearly fucking deported. Deported! Saved only by her family and her tribe who fought for due process. And this is not an accident. This is not ignorance. This is not a few bad apples. This is fucking policy. This is racism. This is colonization wearing a badge. When the state and government refuse to recognize tribal sovereignty and citizenship, it is indigenous erasure. When it cages Native people, it is reenacting genocide through bureaucracy. When the original people of this land are treated as foreign, it is declaring loud as fuck that Native lives are disposable. So this is a call to action to everyone who's watching this. Speak up and speak loudly. Document fucking everything. Tell the stories that they don't want people to know about. Tell the lies, tell the brutality and the blood-soaked hypocrisy of a government who criminalizes the people that are from this land that it tried and fucking failed to erase. Native people are not immigrants. Tribal people from Mexico and South America are not immigrants. They are not illegal. We, the Native nations, are not going anywhere. History is happening now. Silence is surrender, and inaction is approval. If we do not rise with our voices and our bodies and our truth, this violence will continue unchecked. And mark my words, it'll get worse. Say something, do something, be safe, have a plan, speak out. Fuck ICE.